Welcome to Woshop.com, an international largest online business-to-business platform based in New York. Woshop is a marketplace that assists manufacturers, suppliers and exporters to trade with each other at a common, reliable and transparent platform. Every business owner can join, and begin selling his or her products or services on Woshop.com. Traders, consultants, webmasters all join to boost their sales. Millions of reliable international business owners have joined. Woshop has also other programs like website directory listings, referrals, or Woshop Learn, a source of business tools for our partners. Tonight, we will be talking about how multi-touch systems in the Woshop Learn category. So let's start. In computing, multi-touch refers to a touch sensing surfaces, trackpad or touch screen, ability to recognize the presence of two or more points of contact with the surface. This plural point awareness is often used to implement advanced functionality such as pinch to zoom or activate in predefined programs. In an effort of disambiguation or marketing classification, some companies further break down the various definitions of multi-touch. An example of this is 3M defining multi-touch as a touch screen's ability to register three or more distinct positions. History. The use of touch screen technology to control electronic devices predates multi-touch technology and the personal computer. Early synthesizer and electronic instrument builders like Hughes and Bob Moog experimented with using touch-sensitive capacitance sensors to control the sounds made by their instruments. IBM began building the first touch screens in the late 1960s, and, in 1972, Control Data released the Play-Doh 4 computer, a terminal used for educational purposes that employed single touch points in a 16x16 array as its user interface. One of the early implementations of mutual capacitance touchscreen technology was developed at SIM in 1977 based on their capacitance touchscreens developed in 1972 by Danish electronics engineer Bent Stump. This technology was used to develop a new type of human-machine interface, HMI, for the control room of the superproton synchrotron particle accelerator. In a hand-written note dated March 11, 1972, Stump presented his proposed solution, a capacitive touchscreen with a fixed number of programmable buttons presented on a display. The screen was to consist of a set of capacitors etched into a film of copper on a sheet of glass, each capacitor being constructed so that a nearby flat conductor, such as the surface of a finger, would increase the capacity by a significant amount. The capacitors were to consist of fine lines etched in copper on a sheet of glass fine enough, AVN, and sufficiently far apart, AVN, to be invisible. SIM Courier, April 1974, P117. In the final device, a simple lacquer coating prevented the fingers from actually touching the capacitors. Multi-touch technology began in 1982, when the University of Toronto's Input Research Group developed the first human input multi-touch system. The system used a frosted glass panel with a camera placed behind the glass. When a finger or several fingers pressed on the glass, the camera would detect the action as one or more black spots on an otherwise white background, allowing it to be registered as an input. Since the size of a dot was dependent on pressure, how hard the person was pressing on the glass, the system was somewhat pressure sensitive as well. In 1983, Bell Labs at Murrayville published a comprehensive discussion of touchscreen-based interfaces. In 1984, Bell Labs engineered a touch screen that could change images with more than one hand. In 1985, the University of Toronto group including Bill Buxton developed a multi-touch tablet that used capacitance rather than bulky camera-based optical sensing systems. A breakthrough occurred in 1991, when Pierre Wellner published a paper on his multi-touch digital desk, which supported multi-finger and pinching motions. Various companies expanded upon these inventions in the beginning of the 21st century. The company Fingerworks developed various multi-touch technologies between 1999 and 2005, including touch-screen keyboards and the IGE's TourPad. Several studies of this technology were published in the early 2000s by Alan Hedge, professor of human factors and ergonomics at Cornell University. Apple acquired Fingerworks and its multi-touch technology in 2005. Mainstream exposure to multi-touch technology occurred in 2007 when the iPhone gained popularity, with Apple stating they invented multi-touch as part of the iPhone announcement. However, both the function and the term predate the announcement or patent requests, except for such area of application as capacitive mobile screens, which did not exist before Fingerworks/Apple's technology. Apple filed patents for in 2005 to 2007 and was awarded within 2009 to 2010. Publication and demonstration using the term multi-touch by Jefferson Y. Hong in 2005 predates these, but Apple did give multi-touch wider exposure through its association with their new product and were the first to introduce multi-touch on a mobile device. Microsoft's tabletop touch platform Microsoft Surface, which started development in 2001, interacts with both the user's touch on their electronic devices. Similarly, in 2001, Mitsubishi Electric Research Laboratories, Neural, began development of a multi-touch, multi-user system called Diamond Touch, also based on capacitance but able to differentiate between multiple simultaneous users, or rather, the chairs in which each user is seated or the floor pad the user is standing on. The Diamond Touch became a commercial product in 2008. Small-scale touch devices are rapidly becoming commonplace, with the number of touchscreen telephones expected to increase from 200,000 shipped in 2006 to 21 million in 2012. How it works. The ePhone's capacitors are arranged according to a coordinate system. Its circuitry can sense changes at each point along the grid. In other words, every point on the grid generates its own signal when touched and relays that signal to the ePhone's processor. This allows the phone to determine the location and movement of simultaneous touches in multiple locations. Because of its reliance on this capacitive material, the iPhone works only if you touch it with your fingertip. It won't work if you use a stylus or wear non-conductive gloves. Unlike the mutual capacitance circuitry, a self-capacitance screen contains a transparent electrode layer. The ePhone screen detects touch through one of two methods, mutual capacitance or self-capacitance. In mutual capacitance, the capacitive circuitry requires two distinct layers of material. One houses driving lines, which carry current, and the other houses sensing lines, which detect the current at nodes. Self-capacitance uses one layer of individual electrodes connected with capacitance sensing circuitry. Both of these possible setups send touch data as electrical impulses. In the next section, we'll take a look at exactly what happens. Thank you for following Woshioff.com. Hope to see you next time, bye. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos. Take care.